This is a 3D shooter game, and in this video and the upcoming videos I'm gonna be showing you how you can make it in Python. For this video I'm gonna be using Ursina engine. If you don't know what it is, then I really recommend watching this video first where I explain its basics. The link to it would be in the description down below. To install it, you need to type pip install Ursina in the command prompt. First of all, we will import a Ursina module and we will import the basic lighting shader from Ursina.shaders. Ursina also has built-in shaders that we can apply on entities to make the game look good. Then we will import the random module which we will use for the later parts to spawn entities which are the enemies in random positions. I will set up the screen with app equal to Ursina, and for navigation or for the camera we will just set the camera's position to this position. You can try any other position according to your will, but I'm keeping this so that we can view the player clearly. After that we will make the player entity, which is just going to be a cuboid as we saw in the intro of the video, which is being scaled more on the z-axis. After that we will set the camera's direction to look at the player. For that we will use the .lookat function. After that we will make the bullets. As you saw in the intro of the video, we will make two bullets. One will shoot from the front of the player and one from the back. So two bullets which are just going to be really small cubes which are yellow in color. And the speed is going to be 2.5. You can keep it according to your will. Then after that we will make a variable called the bullet state, which is going to be no. So this variable basically means that there is going to be two states for the bullets. First is the no, which means that the bullet would be in the player's position, and the yes means that the bullet would be like shot and it would be flying somewhere in the screen. So for taking the input from the player for shooting, we would basically call the bullet state variable as global, and if the bullet state variable is turned to yes, then the bullet would be shot and it would fly in the screen. Then we are gonna say that if the key space is pressed, then bullet state would be yes, which means the bullet would be shot. Then we will create the main game loop, which is the def update function. Here we will call the bullet state variable as global again. Then for the key input for rotating the player, we will use the held keys condition. I'm gonna use the D and the A keys for rotation. So for that we will just use if held key is D, then player's y-axis rotation would be 2. You can change this value if you like to whatever you want. Then the exact opposite for when we press the A key. Now in the bullet state setting, we are gonna basically say that if bullet state is no, then the bullets would be in the player's position and the rotation would be also equal to the player's rotation, that is in the y-axis rotation. So I have put the rotation of the both of the bullets to the player's rotation and positions. Now if the bullet state is yes, then we are just gonna let the bullet move forward. So for that we use bullet.position plus which means that we are gonna add it by the bullet's forward direction. Then I'm just gonna multiply it by 2 to make it faster. Then I'm just gonna multiply it by bullet.speed, which we defined it, I guess, yes, here. See here, it is written speed equal to 2.5. After that we are just gonna do the same for bullet number 2. For that we're gonna use into -1 because it is going to move in the opposite direction. Now we are gonna check if the bullet is moving out of the screen or not. We are gonna use the absolute function for that, which means that if the absolute value of the bullet x, which means if it is greater than 20 or smaller than minus 20, it is just a short way of writing it. The bullet state would be no, which means that it is just going to move back to the player's position. After that, we're just gonna do the same for the z-axis. Then the same for bullet number 2. Then to run the project, which is going to write app.run, which is going to load the screen. Now if I save and then run this, you can see that the player is rotating, and when I press the space key, the bullets shoot from the player, and when they move out of the screen, they automatically go back to the player. So this was the end of this video. Part 2 would be coming soon. Thanks for watching.